All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. My name is Lawyer from the Great Millstone Miami camp, and today I want to get into a lesson, which is going to be a response video to the brother GMS Vegas sit downs video entitled "Wacky Uninformed Theologians Have No Clue Who the Church Elect Are." Okay, and in that particular video, the brother pretty much showed through the scriptures that the church was specifically made up of Israelites. And through the spirit, man, the brother did a good job. And he pretty much disproved what these wacky, uninformed theologians were implying, and what they pretty much believe in their doctrine is that the church is made up of not only Israelites but people outside of the nation of Israel. Okay, and therefore nations outside of the nation of Israel are part of the elect. All right, and the brother, went through the scriptures showing that the church, okay, and that the assembly was specifically made of Israelites, and through the Spirit, I just wanted to do a skillful adding, like the scriptures say in the book of Sirach. This is one of the topics that I'm actually quite fond of. So I didn't want to sit on it, and I had to push it out through the Spirit. So without further ado, this is going to be a skillful adding, and I'll start here at Ephesians 5:25. Hopefully, this video is edifying. Okay, Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it." Okay, now in this particular video, the brother from GMS Vegas, I believe his name is Karatazar. He had a video up about of these reformed theologians, and in that particular video, the reformed theologian said that they didn't believe, they believed in election, okay, and that they don't believe that Yahushai, who they call Jesus, came to die for everybody, that he came to die for the church, okay, the elect, okay, and that reformed theologian also said that you know what we teach and what they teach, where we differ, is that is in the understanding of who that elect is. We believe that the church, that elect, is specifically made up of Israelites, and they believe that that church is not only made up of Israel, and that elect is not only made up of Israel, but that heathens, okay, nations outside the nation of Israel, are also part of that elect or part of that church. All right, and in that video, he quoted this scripture about how Christ, as he says, loved the church and gave himself for it. All right, so this is who Yahushua died for. He died for the church. All right, and verse 26, it says that he might sanctify it and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. All right, so let's start here at verse 25. It says Hamashiach gave himself for the church. Right now, as we know, when Yahushai, okay, who the world angrily calls Jesus Christ, when he came to fulfill prophecy. Okay, the scriptures say that he came in the volume of the books. All right, and throughout the prophecies of Yahushai's crucifixion and death, it's clearly implied that he came to die for the Israelites, okay, for the transgressions of his people, as written in in Isaiah 53, and I also have here Isaiah 9 and 5 and 6, which also proves the point as well. Okay, this is Isaiah 9, and I'll start at verse 6. It says, "For unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given." Okay, and who's the us? The us is talking about the children of Israel. Okay, and the reason why I'm bringing out this scripture is because it parallels Isaiah, Salakia, Ephesians 5:25, where it says Yahushua gave himself for it. Okay, so Isaiah 9 and 6 talks about the son being given, okay, for a particular people, and that particular people is the Israelites. Okay, it says, "And the government shall be upon his shoulders." Or upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Okay, verse 7, it says, "Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform it. The Lord sent the word unto Jacob, into Jacob, and it hath lighted upon Israel. Okay, so this goes to show you these three verses here from Isaiah 9 and 6 to Isaiah 9 and 8 shows that Yahushai, he was born and he was given as a sacrifice for the children of Israel. Why and how do we know that? Well, verse 8 says that the Lord sent a word into Jacob and then lighted upon Israel. Okay, so if it was indeed the case that this verse included the heathens, then it would not have said the word was sent unto Jacob and then lighted upon Israel, and it would not have said unto us a child is born and unto us a son is given, okay, denoting a specific group of people. All right. But let's go back to Ephesians 5 and 25 and let's read it again. All right, and highlight a few more points. Okay. Ephesians 5 and 25, it says, husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify it and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. Okay. Now, a scripture that I like to go to prove that the church is specifically talking about the Israelites. All right. It's only including Israelites. All right. Is Hebrews chapter 10, Salakia, Hebrews chapter 2 and 10. All right. It says, for it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. Okay? For both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified are all one. All right, dealing with the sanctification. All right, this is talking about who he sanctified, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. All right, and who are Yahweh's brethren? Where, well, Hebrews the second chapter goes into further detail. All right, it says, saying, I will declare my thy name unto my brethren in the midst of the church, will I sing praise unto thee. All right, so the church is made up of Yahweh's brethren. All right, Yahweh's brethren, okay, his kinsmen make up the church, and the church are made up of his brethren and his kinsmen. All right, now let's figure out in more detail of what lineage, okay, this church comes from. All right, verse 13 it says, and again I will put my trust in him, and again I and the children God, Salakia, behold, I and the children which God hath given me. Verse 14, for as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also likewise, Salaki, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. All right, so verse 14 says that for as much the children, okay, which are his brethren, which are the church, are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same flesh and blood, okay, that through death he might destroy him that had power of death, that is the devil. So now, to figure out who these children, these brethren, this church is, all we have to do is figure out which flesh and blood did Yahushai take part of, okay? Which physical flesh and blood lineage did Yahushua come from? All right. And anybody with basic knowledge of the Bible knows that Yahushua, who the world English calls Jesus Christ, was of the tribe of Judah and of the nation of Israel. Okay. He was of that physical lineage. Okay. He was descended from that people. All right. And therefore, based off of this verse, the people that he came to sanctify, the church that he came to sanctify, the brethren, the kinsmen, the children that he came to sanctify were also Israelites, and therefore the church is exclusively made up of Israel. But let's further prove it. Verse 15, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Okay, so Yahushua came of the seed of Abraham, and through whom was Abraham's seed physically reckoned? It was physically reckoned through Isaac and then through Jacob. Okay, they are the children of promise, and they are counted as Abraham's seed. Okay, so if Yahushua came down as an Israelite physically, all right, he was a descendant of the Israelites. Then, based off of what's written here in Hebrews 2, the people he came to sanctify and who make up this church are also Israelites, and therefore that excludes all other nations. All right. So Yahushua specifically came down to die for the elect of the nation of Israel. That church, okay, that reformed theologian, uninformed theologian was speaking about, that elect, okay, that he believes is made up of not only Israelites but other nations. Unfortunately for him, that belief is false based off of Hebrews chapter 2. Okay, that elect in that church are made up of members who are descended, physically descended from the children of Israel. Okay, all right, and no other nation. All right, just based off of this verse in Hebrews 2. Okay, or these verses, I should say. Now, I'm going back to Ephesians 5 and 26. It says that he might sanctify it and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Okay, now it says that he might sanctify it and cleanse it. Now, who are the people that the Most High promised in the prophecies? Again, because Yahushua said that he has come to fulfill the law and the prophets. So let's go into the prophecies, all right, and see, according to the prophecies, which people the Lord said that he would sanctify. This is Ezekiel 37 and 26. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Okay, so according to the prophecies, all right, the only people that the Lord promised, all right, and prophesied that he would sanctify before the whole world and dwell in the midst of them, all right, are the Israelites, and therefore they're the church that Yahushai, or they make up the church. Okay, they are the ones who exclusively make up the church that Yahushua came to die for, okay, and gave himself for, and to sanctify. All right, based off of those three scriptures, and then also Isaiah 53, where the Lord said that where it was said that he came and he died for the transgressions of his people. Okay, so without well, with that, that's pretty much all the precepts that I have. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all Vacuum out there pushing the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Shalom.